Yaxa stared with trembling hands at the blackened skeletal remains, ancient human bones, clutching desperately onto switches and levers at the space station's dusty command center, realizing with a shiver that something horrific had befallen this species and that their own mission was now at terrible risk. The derelict space station spun, cold and empty, through an unclaimed region of deep space. The Chalnoth exploration vessel had spent the last 3 days studying it. They'd been tasked with recovering any valuable technology that might advance their own prospects in the galaxy's complicated political landscape. The hope was that some undiscovered species had left behind powerful tools or machines that could be reverse-engineered. The ship's science officers, Yaxa and Zorthu, were preparing to cut their way into the station's core. All attempts at interfacing with the station's systems had failed. They knew almost nothing about what species crewed this station, nor the nature of the calamity that left it in this state. "No signs of a radiation leak or a contagion," said Yaxa, "and this station has been here a while, maybe 1,000 years or more. There won't be any survivors in there to rescue, but there could still be dangers. Looks safe enough, though. We have to go in if we want to bring anything useful back." Yaxa's plasma cutter sliced open the sealed blast doors. Zorthu shined his light into the darkened interior. Beams of illumination played over smashed control consoles, dangling wires, and walls riddled with deep gouges and burn marks. A battle happened here, long ago. The pair of scientists crept inside, sweeping the room. Zorthu stopped suddenly, his light revealing a grinning human skull still wearing a communications headset, bony fingers still gripping a melted sidearm. "Looks almost human," said Zorthu. "The proportions are a little different. Humans aren't spacefaring, though, never were." "I think it is human," said Yaxa. "There were always rumors about them making it out to the stars briefly, long ago, before they destroyed themselves. They were supposed to be a clever but savage warmongering species. If they built this station, there could be powerful weapons here. That's good for us." "Also means something out there was strong enough to wipe them out," said Zorthu. "Let's just grab anything that looks intact and get out of this tomb. This is the find of the century, but it's giving me a very bad feeling. If we don't get this tech and adapt it, whatever killed them off is coming for us next." The holographic human figure flickered a few more times before resolving into a steady image. Yaxa and Zorthu stared in amazement. The man looked to be in his late 40s, with graying hair and a neatly trimmed beard. He wore a crisp uniform with an unfamiliar insignia. "Greetings," the man said, his voice carrying a hint of a smile. "I am Captain Kevin Kennedy of the United Earth Space Command. Welcome aboard Research Station Prometheus." Yaxa blinked rapidly, trying to process this new information. But how is this possible? Our records indicate that humans had barely achieved interstellar travel when this station was supposedly constructed." Kevin chuckled, a warm sound that filled the room. That's a common misconception. You see, we humans have a knack for keeping our most advanced technologies under wraps. This station was part of a top-secret project, a testbed for a new form of energy production that could revolutionize space travel." Zorthu leaned forward, his scientific curiosity piqued. "What kind of energy production? How does it work?" Kevin's hologram turned and gestured to a large pulsating machine that dominated the center of the room. It was a complex array of tubes, wires, and glowing panels, all surrounding a central sphere that seemed to absorb light itself. "We call it a quantum singularity generator," Kevin explained. "It harnesses the power of microscopic black holes to produce near-limitless energy. With this technology, we could power entire fleets of ships and explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy." Yaxa frowned, still skeptical. If this technology is so revolutionary, why have we never heard of it before? Why abandon this station? Kevin's expression turned somber, the lines on his face deepening. "That's a long story, my friend, one that involves political intrigue, corporate espionage, and a betrayal that cost us everything. But perhaps with your help, we can finally set things right." Zorthu exchanged a glance with Yaxa. They had come here looking for advanced technology, but they had stumbled upon something far greater. A secret that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. A mystery that needed to be unraveled. "Tell us more," Yaxa said, settling in for a long and fascinating conversation. "We're listening." Zorthu rubbed his chin, his brow furrowed in thought. "But why would Malik go to such lengths to steal your technology? Surely there are easier ways to acquire advanced energy production methods." Kevin's hologram flickered, his face contorting with a mix of anger and regret. Malik's corporation, Apex Industries, had been trying to develop their own version of the quantum singularity generator for years, but they couldn't crack the code. When they learned of our breakthrough, they saw an opportunity to leapfrog ahead of their competitors and dominate the market. Yaxa shook his head in disbelief. "I never thought I'd see the day when humans would resort to such underhanded tactics against their own kind. It's almost alien." Kevin laughed bitterly. "You'd be surprised at the depth some humans will sink to in the pursuit of power and wealth. Malik is a prime example. He's a sociopath who will stop at nothing to get what he wants." Zorthu leaned forward, his curiosity piqued. "But how did he manage to infiltrate your team and sabotage your experiments without anyone noticing?" Kevin's expression darkened. "Malik had an inside man, a brilliant scientist named Dr. Elias Stein. We thought he was one of us, a true believer in the potential of the quantum singularity generator to change the world for the better. But he was secretly working for Apex all along." Yaxa's eyes widened in shock. "A double agent? That's straight out of a spy novel." Kevin nodded grimly. "Stein sabotaged our containment fields during a critical experiment. The resulting explosion destroyed our research facility and killed dozens of our colleagues. Stein framed us for the accident, claiming that we had cut corners on safety protocols in our rush to bring the technology to market." Zorthu shook his head in sympathy. "That must have been devastating. How did you manage to escape with the prototype generator?" Kevin's hologram flickered again, as if the memory was too painful to relive. "We had a contingency plan in place, a secret escape route that only a few of us knew about. We grabbed the prototype and fled, leaving behind everything and everyone we knew. We've been on the run ever since, trying to stay one step ahead of Malik's agents while we perfect the technology." Yaxa leaned back in his chair, his mind reeling from the implications of Kevin's story. "And now, with your team gone and your resources running low, you need our help to finish what you started and bring the truth to light." Kevin nodded, a glimmer of hope in his holographic eyes. "Precisely. With your advanced technology and resources, we could finally complete the quantum singularity generator and expose Malik's treachery to the galaxy. But it won't be easy. Malik's agents are still out there hunting us, and there are other factions who would stop at nothing to acquire this technology for themselves." Zorthu exchanged a glance with Yaxa, a silent understanding passing between them. They had come to this station seeking advanced technology, but they had stumbled upon something far greater, a chance to help a wronged species, to bring justice to the galaxy, and to unlock the secrets of a revolutionary energy source that could change the course of history. "We're in," Yaxa said, his voice filled with determination. "Tell us what you need us to do and we'll do it. We won't let Malik and his cronies get away with this." Kevin's hologram smiled, a genuine expression of gratitude and relief. "Thank you, my friends. You have no idea how much this means to us. With your help, we can finally set things right and bring hope to the galaxy once more." Kevin's holographic visage shimmered as he led Yaxa and Zorthu deeper into the bowels of the derelict station. The hallways, once pristine and thrumming with life, now lay silent, the only sound the echoing footsteps of the Chalnoth scientists. As they entered a vast chamber, Kevin's hologram turned, his eyes alight with a fierce pride. "There she is, gentlemen, the quantum singularity generator, humanity's greatest achievement." Yaxa and Zorthu stared in awe at the towering machine, its sleek lines and pulsing energy core, a testament to human ingenuity. Zorthu, unable to contain his excitement, rushed forward, his hands hovering reverently over the generator's control panel. "This is incredible," he breathed, his eyes darting over the complex readouts and equations scrolling across the screen. I've never seen anything like it. The sheer potential. Yaxer, still wary, folded his arms across his chest. It's impressive, I'll give you that, but how do we know it works? How do we know this isn't some elaborate trap? Kevin's hologram flickered, his face somber. I understand your skepticism, Yaxer, but I assure you the generator is very real and very dangerous in the wrong hands. He gestured to a small, innocuous device attached to the generator's core. This is where we need your help. Malik's sabotage damaged the generator's containment field. We need to repair it, but we lack the materials and expertise. Zorthu, already poring over the schematics, nodded absently. I think I see the problem. The field harmonics are out of alignment. We should be able to fix that with some careful calibrations and a few replacement parts. Yaxer, still not entirely convinced, sighed. And what's to stop Malik from coming after the generator again, even if we do get it working? Kevin's hologram smiled grimly. That's where the second part of our plan comes in. We need to expose Malik's treachery to the galaxy, show them the lengths he's willing to go to for power, and for that, we need proof. He tapped a few commands into the control panel, bringing up a series of encrypted files. These are records of Malik's dealings, his secret communications with his inside man, Dr. Stein. If we can decrypt them and broadcast them on a galactic scale, Malik will be ruined. Zorthu, his eyes gleaming with the thrill of a challenge, cracked his knuckles. Leave the decryption to me. I've never met a code I couldn't break. Yaxer, finally allowing himself a small measure of hope, nodded. And I'll work on repairing the containment field. Together we might just pull this off. Kevin's hologram beamed, his gratitude palpable. Thank you, my friends. I knew we could count on you. With your help we can finally bring justice to the galaxy and ensure that humanity's legacy lives on, not as a cautionary tale, but as a beacon of hope and progress. As Yaxer and Zorthu set to work, their minds buzzing with the magnitude of the task before them, they couldn't help but marvel at the resilience and brilliance of the human spirit. Even in the face of unimaginable adversity, humanity had persevered, pushing the boundaries of science and technology to create something truly remarkable. And now it was up to two Chalnoth scientists to ensure that legacy endured, to carry the torch that humanity had lit and light the way for a brighter future. It was a daunting responsibility, but one they were proud to bear. As they labored over the generator, Zorthu paused, turning to Yaxer with a grin. You know, I always thought humans were a bit overrated, but this is something else entirely. Makes you wonder what else they might have accomplished had they not fallen victim to their own worst impulses. Yaxer, his hands deep in the guts of the machine, nodded thoughtfully. Indeed, but perhaps that's the true lesson here, that even the brightest stars can burn out if they're not careful. It's up to us to ensure that doesn't happen again. And with that, they turned back to their work, the fate of the galaxy resting on their shoulders, and the memory of humanity's greatness driving them forward. Kevin led Yaxer and Zorthu through the winding corridors of the derelict station, his holographic form flickering as they walked. The Chalnoth scientists listened intently as Kevin explained the intricacies of the quantum singularity generator, their minds racing with the possibilities this technology could unlock. The key is in the containment field, Kevin said, gesturing to a complex array of equations projected in the air before them. If we can stabilize the field harmonics and reinforce the magnetic shielding, we should be able to safely harness the power of the singularity. Zorthu nodded, his eyes scanning the equations. I think I see where the problem lies. The field oscillations are out of phase. If we can realign them, it should solve the instability issues. As they entered the generator chamber, Yaxer and Zorthu set to work, their hands flying over the controls as they implemented Kevin's suggestions. Days turned into weeks as they toiled, the three unlikely allies forging a bond of trust and respect as they worked towards their common goal. Kevin regaled them with tales of human ingenuity and perseverance. stories of how his species had overcome seemingly insurmountable odds to reach for the stars. Yaksa and Zorthu listened, enraptured, their admiration for humanity growing with each passing day. But just as they were on the cusp of success, a new figure materialized in the chamber. Victor Malik, flanked by a squad of heavily armed mercenaries, his face twisted into a sneer of triumph. "Well, well, well," Malik said, his voice dripping with contempt. "Kevin Kennedy and his alien collaborators. I must admit, I'm impressed you've managed to elude me for so long, but your little game ends now." Yaksa and Zorthu stepped forward, placing themselves between Malik and the generator. "You can't have this technology, Malik," Yaksa declared, his voice steady despite the fear gripping his heart. "It belongs to the galaxy, not to you or your corporation." Malik laughed, a cold, mirthless sound that echoed through the chamber. "You naive fools. Do you really think I've invested all these years and resources to share this power with the likes of you? The quantum singularity generator is mine, and mine alone." In that moment, Kevin made a fateful decision. He turned to Yaksa and Zorthu, a resigned smile on his holographic face. "My friends," he whispered, "it's been an honor working with you, but I can't let this technology fall into the wrong hands." Before they could react, Kevin lunged forward, his holographic form merging with the generator's control panel. The machine began to shudder and spark, a blinding light engulfing the chamber as Kevin overloaded the system with his own essence. When the light faded, the generator was nothing but a smoldering ruin and Kevin was gone. Malik screamed in rage, his dreams of power and domination crumbling before his eyes. But Yaksa and Zorthu stood tall, unafraid in the face of Malik's fury. "You've lost, Malik," Zorthu said, his voice filled with quiet conviction, "and the galaxy will know the truth about what happened here." You have reached the end of the story. If you enjoyed this story and want to support us, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and for every comment that says 88, I will heart every single one of them. Thank you for your time.